There he is. We're there.
I'm here.
We're going to go on to the next question, Mike.
Oh. Yeah, go.
If you could choose one mentor, just one people in the world, who would it be and why? This could be anyone you look up to.
Dead or alive?
Doesn't matter. He's got it. He's here.
So mine would be a guy called Miles Monroe. So he's a preacher, but he's also a kind of like a motivational speaker as well. He's all about just making sure that, like, for example, especially when it comes to bringing out your potential, living a happy life, whether it's in your marriage or anything. And my main thing about him was that he did it in a way that he was cool about it. Like, for me, I think the first time I saw him at a conference, and the way he introduced his wife at the conference, and I was just kind of like, wait, hold on. There's preachers like that? No. I need to know who this guy is. No. This guy is slick. So ever since then, I've been listening to his messages. Like, his messages is amazing. Miles Monroe, the guy is a genius. Everything he speaks on, I'm just kind of like, wow. Even when it comes to relationships, it made me to sit up and think, oh, okay, I've got to be this type of guy. This is what I need to do, and it's helped me even in the relationship that I'm in now. Because before I was just thinking wayward, oh, you've got to be this. And I just thought, oh, getting married, man, it's going to be boring. And I like things where I'm able to express myself and be fun. And from listening to him, I know how I'm able to do that. I'm able to be myself. I found someone who accepts me for who I am and stuff, and accepts me for the stuff that I do. Because, my mindset was kind of like, I can't be with a lawyer. I can't be with anyone in the corporate. I can't be with anyone because they just want me and think, what you do is crap. You need to make money. You need to do this. You need to do that. But even though I want to make money, let's not take that out of the bag, But listening to him has made me to first be myself, find out who I am, love myself, find my potential, and then being able to have like a good married life, how to with my children and everything, and how to be successful in life. So Miles Monroe, that's my guy.
Yes. Duke.
Mentors. You know what? If I be really honest, there's no one in particular. Just like over the years, it's just like there's little pockets of people that I kind of like am drawn to, just in terms of like their approach, things that they do, and I take little pockets of what they do. So like someone that I feel that's quite interesting is like Gary Vee. I think he's quite interesting just because he's very direct, probably the polar opposite of most people, but he's very much like he's very much the go-to guy and like a go guy. So like for me, not being a go guy, it's just that thing of just interesting to see how he does it and just kind of just have a bit more of an attack approach. So I like to kind of like see how he does it, and like, he intrigues me. Another guy, who's another one? Tony Robbins. Again, quite positive. Again, he's very much about like belief. He's got that kind of belief persona about him. And I feel like definitely being like a business owner, just learning about having that belief and just obviously to keep on going no matter what.
Yeah, love it. Mine is a guy called Jesse Itzler.
Okay.
So I definitely agree with what you're saying, Duke, as well. It's definitely in that zone. And I still watch a lot of Gary Vee. I think his knowledge and the depth of conversation is really valuable. Some people just see that sort of front side and then just kind of think, oh no, he's not for me, but he's got a lot of knowledge there.
He's very fast, but I think there is like, if you read in between the lines, there is a lot of truth to what he's saying. It's just how you perceive the information.
He's very clever. But Jesse Itzler is a guy who has, for me, it's like the living designedly thing, because he's very good within business and I'd love him to mentor me. I think he'd be very challenging. I think he thinks very differently. He's very strategic. He's very bold. He's very much about his lifestyle, his health, his fitness. He's constantly challenging himself to do these crazy things and pushing himself. Like, he's lived with monks. He had a guy called David Goggins live in his house for 30 days, and it was just insane. Like, he's really just pushes himself. He's all about building his like life resume, like life CV.
Oh wow.
Life CV. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, next one. How did you guys build your teams and what was the strategy around that?
So with building the team, it was more a thing of like, as we grew as a team, it was almost like there were like holes in the business in terms of like things we could do. So just like knowing creatives like all over through like uni and just through like personal meets, we were just like, actually, we feel like, oh, this guy would be really good for animation. So obviously we've got someone like Minaz, or someone would be really good for like motion. Then obviously Mike came in, and obviously like having known Mike over the years as well, we thought, oh, he'll be a perfect fit. So not only are these guys like team members, but they're also friends as well, because obviously we've kind of had journeys with them even before 2PP.
Nice.
So I feel like for every new member that you see, they're almost like an extended family member. They're not just like off the cuff because of their skill. They've got something a little bit more to them as well, not only just as designers, but personally as well.
Woo! As you, Mike?
I mean, I don't have a team at the moment. Actually, no. Yes, I do have a team. Actually, even if it's not in my thing, my wife is my teammate. She's my
yeah.
She's my vice president and stuff. So that's my teammate. How I got with her is, you know, I think I've been in relationships before, and you know, maybe I was trying to mentally mold them into the type of person that I thought that I could spend the rest of my life with, you know. Oh, they have to be like, oh, they have to be this, but they had this missing. And the one thing, whether it's marriage or business, you need to be going in the same direction. So someone going left or someone going right, it's not going to work, you know. So, so me, I made the decision that, look, this is the type of person I am. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. This is the type of family I want. This is the type of children I want. I've made those decisions. I settled them down. I made those decisions, and you know, I was able to attract even someone who was able to see that vision and say, yeah, I want to go in that same direction. So, in building my team, I'm going to have that same kind of thing as well when it comes. I've learned even from my marriage that the type of in building a team, you've got to have someone who's willing to go into that same direction, because if they're wanting to go left and forward and everything, that stay that they're going to have is going to be temporary, because once it gets not to their liking, they're just going to be like, I don't want to be here anymore. So that's my thinking behind that.
Mike, you'll be making all the women out there, their hearts melt right now.
Hey, coach, you trying to gas me, you know? Oh my.
Oh, I love it. Building teams from experience, I mean, at the moment, obviously, I have a couple of part-time people that, you know, they're kind of friends and everything. But like you said, the vision is really important. I think building my previous teams of, you know, 80 remote across the UK, I think it's so important that you don't recruit. Like, it's very easy to recruit people just like you because it's easy, you know, because like you said, they have the same vision and everything else. And I think the vision's important. But we were very conscious of the balance of characteristics. So, you know, making sure that you have the thinkers in there, making sure you've got the ones that are looking for the detail, making sure you've got the visionaries, making sure you've got the doers, the result getters. So like a real all-rounded rather than, and almost like using people for their strengths and then not using appraisals to focus on their weaknesses. Like that doesn't, you hire people because they're good at something, and then all you do is you talk to them about their weaknesses. Like, what is that?
That's
No.
so true.
Yeah, I guess it's trying to mold that person to being someone else, I guess.
Yeah,
No,
like, why are you hiring in the first place?
You've said
you
that.
know what?
I haven't really thought about it like that, but it's actually very true. What is the point of an appraisal? Yes, it is to improve you, but then if you're improved to that person's liking, then I guess that wouldn't necessarily be who you are and why you were hired in the first place, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I got told, right? At one of my jobs, like back in the day, I got told that I've got too much empathy for people, for my team.
And that was probably told to you by the opposite characteristic. Who cares about the results?
It's true, because the thing is, the thing about it is that, I mean, results is important, I get it, but how do you motivate someone if you want them to do something? You know, I mean, at my workplace and everything, there's always been told to give feedback. You know, and the way we've been told to give feedback is don't focus on the thing, just like tell them the things that you do like, and then say it would be good if you could do this and do that as well. That's more than, yo, I don't like what you did there, that was rubbish, you need to get on this, you need to do this, and this. It doesn't work, because all that person's heard is that you don't like what they did, you're cutting that person down, and that person's just going to go home and thinking, oh my God, and then he could be thinking worse. So instead of thinking, oh, I should improve on this, he's thinking, will I get sacked because of this? Or this person doesn't like me. That's the mindset that some people.
Well, just like people's emotions, like for me, that's important, because I feel like if you want the best out of someone, don't rub them up the wrong way. Yes, you can give criticism. Yes, you can be constructive, but there's certain ways in which you articulate that, rather than just trying to come down on them like a ton of bricks. I feel like you can definitely change someone's mindset or perception in terms of their work ethic and how they are. I personally feel that can be avoided just by the right choice of like keywords.
And actually, Duke, the key is to get them to recognize it, not to be told. Because if they recognize it, they take more ownership and accountability. Plus, they feel it. Whereas if they're just being told, they're just like, it's in and out.
I guess when you're told, you're on the defense, but if it's something where you actually make them think and make them reflect, then they can actually say, actually, maybe you're onto something. There's a reason why Duke's saying this. Maybe I should go away and actually think about it. And that's what I want to do. I want you to go away, think about it, and then maybe come back with your own solution rather than me giving you one.